In this video, I'm going to give you the 2 reasons why the majority of you men would never survive a California prison. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Now, before I get into the video, I know there's probably a lot of men who their ego immediately got in the way when they saw the title of this video and when they heard the opening. But listen to what I got to say and then tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments. Now, the first reason why the vast majority of you guys wouldn't be able to survive California prison is because you are not special. See, unlike other prison systems, and unlike your real life, your daily life, when you go to prison in California, you do not matter. You also will not just get to do whatever you want behind those walls. See, especially if you're Mexican. Now, all the other groups have their politics, but especially if you're Mexican, you are an individual, single, tiny part of a big machine. What you feel like, what's going on with your family outside of the walls, how special you think you are, how important you think you are, all of that is irrelevant. I've said it before in a lot of videos. The only place in prison where you will find sympathy is in the dictionary. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if your son is sick or your daughter is sick or your mother is sick. Nobody cares if you're having a bad day. And they're damn sure isn't anybody that you can really open up and confide in. Especially if you're going through something. Nah, you got to shut your mouth and put that in its own spot in your brain and figure out how to work through it. All the while dealing with cold-blooded, angry, bitter, sad men. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some good dudes in there. But they're doing the same thing you're doing. And those of you that have never gone through the juvenile system and built your way up to understanding how to do time, getting thrown on a level 4 180, level 4 270 California prison will be a shock to your system. There's no place for feeling sorry for yourself. You also have to make sure that you're paying very, very good attention to the conversations around you, as well as the words that come out of your mouth. Because there's no frivolous questions. There should never be frivolous conversations. If you have somebody you're cool with and you can clown with, then you do that one-on-one. Because as soon as you start clowning around a bunch of strangers, oh yeah, they're the homies. But they start forming an opinion about you. Check this dude out, eh? He thinks this is a joke around here. Hey, check this clown out. All he does is laugh. That's going to happen. And you really don't want the wrong person to make the wrong impression about you. Because again, you are not special. Now, the second reason why the vast majority of you guys will never, ever survive a California prison is because you still have a conscience. Like I just said a second ago, if you're new and you get dropped into a California prison, a level 4, a maximum security prison in California, the things that you are going to have to do, the things you are going to have to participate in, See, we have a saying out here. There's no such thing as dead weight. I was more of a kind individual. I always felt that everyone can serve a purpose, but not everyone's a killer. I just needed to figure out your purpose. But I talked to other individuals and I would have that conversation with them and they would laugh. They ain't a killer. They don't belong here. See, I would find out through conversations if you really got killer in you. Or if you're just somebody that got caught up and you're trying to do your time, not get involved in all the rough stuff. Cool. You can make weapons. Or you can bring in dope. Or you can hold weapons, become a stash. Or you can hold dope. There's things that you should be able to do. And if I can't find nothing, if I can't find a single thing, then yeah, you're taking up space. So going back to having a conscience, in California, the way the politics are, you really can't make a friend. You could have camaradas, dudes you're really cool with, but you got to understand that everyone's watching. And when you get real cool with somebody, and maybe that dude has a debt he can't pay, or maybe he said something he shouldn't have said, or he did something he shouldn't have done, guess who they're going to ask to try to take his life? The guy that he's closest to on the yard. And so when you let everybody know, hey, man, that's my boy, right? That's my dog right there. Cool, man. Cool. The right people, or really the wrong people, are paying attention. And this is somebody, maybe he's your Shelly. And inside those walls, you know, one of the most treasured things you can share with somebody? Pictures of the people who mean the most to you. Stories about the people who mean the most to you. It's very rare you're going to share those stories, but so you have somebody you're real cool with and you've shown pictures of your kids, your lady, maybe your parents. You told them stories. He's reciprocated. That's a bond. And then for something minor, they're going to ask you, hey, Holmes, you willing to do a favor for us? Yeah, homie, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to blast your dog, Holmes. They're going to put a nice piece of metal in your hand. And then you got a decision to make. A lot of you guys aren't going to want to make that decision. The ugly reality is, and I've said it a bunch of times, the saying that we have in there, better him than me. And so you do what you got to do to survive. But when you do that thing, can you justify it within your own mind? Can you justify it within your own heart? You won't know until you do it. You won't know until the question is asked. Hey, Holmes, we need you to do us a favor. Can you hit that dude? Now, what I want to end up with is this. If you fall into that criteria, if you know in your heart right now, nah, I'm not willing to do those things. I'm not willing to be that person. Nah, I probably couldn't survive prison. You know what? That doesn't make you a bad person at all. Having a conscience, wanting to be friendly, loving your family and putting them first, those are all great qualities. They're just the things that'll get you in a wreck in prison. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.